What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is what surprised me about the USA, a Russian immigrant. So something a little bit different. Not seen this channel before, their link is in the description as always. Completely different perspective.
Yeah, I think we've not really had any comparisons with Russia, no?
I don't think so, because we've done Europe, different places in Europe, we've done Britain, obviously.
Yeah, we've done like fairly from Germany, we've done... But, yeah, this should be a different perspective because I don't really know much about Russia in terms of when you're living there and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely,
like,
I don't
like
either.
the shops and things like that.
But then you also, I don't know how old this person is, but you also can imagine the propaganda and their opinions from the Cold War because they've had direct conflicts. Do you know what I mean? Still, it's a bit frosty between it's frosty between US and Russia at the moment. So if you are a Russian immigrant, do you have preconceived notions which potentially a British person wouldn't have, and then it shocks you that it's not true? Do you know what I mean? Potentially may have more preconceived things from what you're told.
Are people different towards you because of the
True,
frostiness?
very
but then
true.
It's like they're like civilians. It's all.
Yeah, I feel like in today's day and age, I feel like if you're from Russia, you're not the one doing the stuff. You're just coming in. I don't think people would hold it against you.
I think it's the same with everything. Like, well, you know, when you think about the Hitler time, it's not.
Yeah, I don't think if you're a Russian in America, people would treat you differently. And I don't think they should, because at the end of the day, it's not your choice. You're just a person who lives there. Yeah. You can't choose what country you're born in or whatever happens. But obviously they would have been fed a lot of different information. We would have been fed. And that's the interesting thing to me. Some things what may surprise them may not surprise us.
Yeah, because we might. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because we haven't been fed different information. No. Or they might know everything and they might be completely different ones which surprise us as well.
Yeah.
No clue what to expect. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What surprised me about the USA, Russian immigrant? What we got?
Hello, my name is Maria, and I moved to the United States when I was 18 or 19.
Okay.
And that was 14 years ago.
Oh, a long time.
So it's been a roller coaster. I would like to make a list of things that have surprised me in both the beginning of me moving in here in the first couple of years, as well as the ones that I have noticed throughout my life here too.
Okay.
My whole family lives in Russia, and I live in the United States, in now California. I have lived in Maryland as well, so I kind of know East and West Coast differences, as well as differences between Russia and the United States in that sense too. I have moved, however, in early 2000s, so life is slightly different now in Russia for sure, but because my family lives there, I can compare a lot of things that we go through together between Russia and United States now. So here's my list. Smiling and apologizing a lot. When I first moved here, I don't think I used to smile as much as I do now. And I don't think I used to say sorry as much as I do now too. On one side, it is quite pleasant. It's almost of good taste to say I'm sorry or excuse me, as well as smiling extremely often. When you're in Russia, you're probably not going to be smiled at as much at all unless it's something funny or something sweet in a way.
Okay.
But here in the United States, you just smile for any reason, even if you're sad or upset. Same thing, like you ask, how are you? Or how's it going? You don't really honestly feel that you care about that, but you ask anyway. And I find it to be comforting on one side, but because we all know that the person might not actually fully care to smile at you or say sorry to you, it becomes almost desanitized and sometimes not sincere in a way. But I do that myself now. It's almost my second nature to say sorry and also hi, smiling all the time.
I mean, it's a positive thing, smile all the time, isn't it? I'm trying to think of the UK. Probably is the same, isn't it? People say sorry, people smile at each other. There is obviously the kind of common sense in England that down south maybe less so, up north maybe more so, smiley at each other.
I think not so much down south. I wouldn't agree. I feel
like London area.
I think London, everybody. It's like New York. It's like any big city, I guess. Everyone's heads down. They've got things to do.
They're just focused. Yeah.
They're not. I mean, like if you bump into someone, everyone will say sorry. they're in, you know, if you walk into someone.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think it's the place for people to be saying
Up north's
hi.
a bit more relaxed and chilled
Then I'd
out.
say even
So.
the same as Jersey and the South. I'd say people say hi.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
we go for a morning walk, how many people say good morning?
Nah, true.
Pretty much
yeah,
everybody will
definitely.
walk past.
It's weird because I know Jersey is south, but I don't see it as south. If that makes sense, because
But
it's an
I think-
island separate.
I think you'd have that same thing in like Plymouth,
Devon and
Dorset.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Bath.
potentially. Yeah.
But
But
still,
those-
I think you would.
Yeah, London's just
I
like
just think
so
London
based
is-
on the south.
It's just London. I think you wouldn't because it's so like just non-stop.
Yeah, true.
So I can't really judge for that too. But yeah, it's a weird thing. So when me and my husband moved in first, and the first time we had a cold, he had a cold, I was absolutely shocked at what he was doing. You won't believe it. You might believe it. So the first time my husband got sick, he said to me, "Oh my God, I have a sore throat. I think I'm gonna go get some orange juice." I'm like, okay. So he
Okay.
picked up like cold, almost frozen orange juice. Then he said, "You know what? I think I'll get some iced popsicles." And I'm like, what? I was so shocked to see that he treated his cold with cold and not with heat. I literally was like, no, that's not how you do this. I remember I was like, no, you're supposed to put hot stuff in. Don't put cold, it's gonna make it worse. So when I told my parents, I'm like, oh, Daryl's throat is sore. Yeah, he's eating iced popsicles. And they were like, why?
I think
feel
I would
it's
do
super
that.
hilarious.
If I had a sore throat,
I'd have a cup of tea.
No, I'd have an ice cream, ice lolly.
I don't know. I think I'd have a cup of tea. Maybe an ice lolly,
You're
just
meant
to
to- I think-
lubricate it a
Yeah,
bit.
but like when
I guess.
when
but...
you're hot, you're meant to have a hot drink.
Yeah, but you're not cold. You've
Yeah, but I
got a
think when you're
cold,
cold-
which is.
Yeah, but it's. And I think when she says cold, she keeps saying about throat. I don't think she means like a below the nose kind of cold. I think if you've got a sore throat, a nice ice.
I agree.
Pop.
It could be quite refreshing on it.
That's what they say to give children if
But like,
they've got a sore throat or they've got a temperature. give them an
yeah,
ice
just
pack.
because it's tasty and it just lubricates it.
Just
But the
because-
hot thing though, I think it's advised not to have a hot drink when it's hot. But people say it because the hot. Because I say it all the time. The hot drink makes you feel warmer. So outside doesn't feel as hot. But I don't think raising your temperature even more probably helps in the heat. But it's just mentally you think, oh, it's not as hot. Do you know what I mean?
No.
No, that's what it does. That's why you have a cup of tea, right?
Yeah, but your inside your body temperature does not change.
No, but because you're drinking something hotter, you feel the heat, like you feel something cold if it's going down your throat and stuff like that. So you feel. You can have a cup of tea, you can have a hot flush.
Yeah.
So outside doesn't feel as warm anymore because you're feeling warmer.
I don't think that's bad though.
But you don't want to be getting too
Because that's
hot.
like saying
because
don't
you
wear
can
a
get
coat
heat stroke.
inside because then outside won't feel so hot. I don't think that is as bad.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you think. But and let us know, would you have an ice pop with a cold, or would you have a cup of tea, or a cup of coffee? I'd have a cup of tea. I'd probably have an ice pop
actually have
too.
either.
Yeah,
I
just
don't really have anything.
you just get on with it and don't moan, do you?
I actually don't. If anything, if recently there's been to go by, bro, you needed like.
No, I had a cold. I moaned a little bit, and you just kept telling me to get on with it. A week
moan a
later,
little bit.
you caught and you were dying in bed.
You didn't do that. No, you didn't.
Right, come on. We're getting
It's
away
like
from
you
the
had,
reaction. It's a
Like
long
you were
reaction
dying
anyway.
of COVID or something.
It was the opposite way around, trust
God,
me. Let us
painful.
know.
Yeah, but
Hot drink or cold?
I still carried on. I didn't go for
I
naps.
still went to work. What?
I didn't go for naps or anything.
I was called
Still
sleeping at
got up
night.
and looked after the baby.
Don't believe what she's saying. Let's go.
Serious? I did not expect
Such a
her,
man
but
thing
I
to
guess
say.
it's a thing. It a little bit makes sense, but not really still. I still treat all of my colds with heat, with steam, with hot water gargling
steam.
and
Get out.
like pulling water in your nose and flushing it out and all that kind of stuff. Still do not do cold, but he still does. Every time he gets sick, he's like, "Oh my gosh,
Is he
my
American?
throat hurts.
I'm guessing
I
so.
could get some popsicles." I'm like, you weirdo. Tell me I'm not the only one who was weirded out by this. Anyway, talking to cashiers. I don't think I have ever talked to any service people when I was in Russia, and I still don't think people
I
really
do
do
this.
that.
I think it's polite.
But
Yeah, I
here,
think it's
everybody's
rude
just
to not.
talking and chatting away and talking about their life with random strangers, and usually it happens in stores of some kind. Especially at the cashier register, they really can ask you a question and you can just tell them your whole day story and they'll be attentively listening and sometimes even participating as if they care. So that's quite a wondrous thing. Also, most of the time, he actually holds the whole line behind you, and everybody's very nice and very polite to not say, please hurry up. I feel like in Russia it would not have been that way. People would have said, can you just not talk right now? So that's also a very weird thing that I have experienced, just talking to strangers, specifically in service area. I know.
So in the UK, that happens. I chat to them all the time. I also sometimes think they probably don't want me chatting to them right now because they're just trying to do the job, but I will do. Yeah, I'm getting the sense that, which you kind of get an impression, but I didn't want to just say because I don't know Russia that much. I've never looked into it. That it is a bit coldish in terms of the attitude towards people. You stick to what you know and just get on with it.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
not
it's
polite
rude
and
if you
friendly.
don't talk.
Yeah, I'd say it's rude. If they talk to you, especially. At
Yeah,
least
but I just
hi, how
feel
are you?
like it doesn't. Yeah.
You don't always have to have a full blown conversation, but just hi, you alright? And then they can then they go, yeah, I'm good, and then that's it. Or they can go, oh yeah, I'm good. How's your day going, or something like that, you know?
I just think that's polite. I think from their point of view, like asking how your day is, I think that's just good customer service.
Yeah, true.
They're
true.
probably told to do that. Probably told to be polite, be.
Yeah, no,
friendly,
definitely.
be
But from our
helpful.
point of view,
That's normal for us.
well, yeah, I feel like you've got to at least ask me before I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rude if not. If you just head down, not talking to them, it's a bit rude, isn't it?
I couldn't. I'd hate that.
It'd just be so awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Noticed right away that the roads made so much sense.
It's good news when
The
I'm
road
driving.
system is done for you to easily transport from one place to the other. And constantly I see, even in my area, if there's too much housing built, they make so many roads just to balance it all off. They make exits and they widen the roads almost right away. I find that endearing and very smart and very, I guess it's normal.
Okay.
But it helps a lot that infrastructure this way is built to help the person to get from one place to the other in the minimum amount of time. I was surprised that McDonald's food was actually not as good as I thought it would be. When you watch it,
If you didn't know, we're going to America
Get lost.
within a month. We're going to be trying so many
Tense
fast
video off.
foods.
Move on.
Well, we may agree. You never know. I don't think we're going to agree.
Is she saying compared to Russian McDonald's?
I think she had a big expectation of it, and it's let her down.
Oh, so she thought it was going to be a lot better than hers.
It's what I'm guessing.
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought
know.
she's never had McDonald's before.
No, because I don't know if it's because.
I
Yeah,
feel like she's.
Um,
It sounds like she's never had McDonald's before.
maybe she. Well, let's listen. Let's find out.
American movies, they often eat these burgers in McDonald's or Burger King, and you
she's
think
never had
it's
it.
like a cool thing to do, and it probably tastes incredible since they're showing it all the time. But actually, once you move here, you understand that this is not the best optional food for most people. And I have tried McDonald's in my small town in Lipetsk and in Moscow, and those burgers were incredible. And I thought that would be the same way. So maybe the food control is different in different places, but yeah, McDonald's is not something that I'm looking forward to having. I was shocked.
I would
That is
agree.
very
I would
interesting.
actually agree with her because when we went to, I think it was Mallorca, the airport.
Yeah.
We had McDonald's in the airport in Mallorca.
Oh, when I could have a beer.
No,
Oh,
in the
that
airport.
was weird, by the
It
way.
was like the same thing with chicken sandwich, which we get here,
Yeah.
but it was like seasoned. It was. I was like, that's
Oh,
the best
okay.
chicken sandwich I've ever tasted.
So some places do it different,
I feel like some places just add a little bit
a little bit
extra,
more.
and I was like, wow, that is so much nicer than just the regular one we get here.
Yeah, it was always weird. I can't remember, you were in Gran Canaria. Was it in Gran Canaria?
No, it was,
Yeah, no, it was in Gran Canaria, where we went to a little town next to it.
it was in Mallorca the first time we had a beer.
Yeah, I had one in beer, and then I had one in Mallorca, then in Gran Canaria again, having a beer at McDonald's is just weird because we can't do that in the UK. So they do things differently, don't they?
Yeah, there's little things, yeah.
Definitely.
Shocked to see that your
Oh,
holidays
yeah, this is a big
are
one.
almost non-existent,
Surprising.
and your vacation days are like a week, a year, especially together with the sick days. When I was in Russia, we had a month of sick days and a month of off days, so holidays, and they pay you for the holidays as well. So it was really incredible to see that when I moved here, I had only 1 week to be sick or to skip for any other health reasons during a work day, and only 1 week for actual vacation time. And when I used to go to Russia, 1 week, just travel does not make sense to go for 1 week. So I had to take no sick days and no off days the whole year just so I could leave for 2 weeks straight and see
That's
my
brutal,
family
isn't it?
fully, because it's such a long flight and drive and everything. So I was really, really shocked to see that happening. You definitely have to be a real hard worker in the United States. Work is clockwork. Nobody's slacking. I remember in Russia it was just more relaxed, I think, as far as work went. I'm sure it's getting worse now. Now that I have some family who are saying that they're definitely implementing a harder structure to scheduling now too, which is
Okay.
unfortunate for the workers. But yeah, just imagine if you had a month to take off for health reasons a year, and another month on top of that. So 2 months off pretty much for vacation time. That's crazy. That's beautiful. Plus, the holidays here in the United States are very scarce. Unless you work for a government development or some kind of business that's government run, you're probably not going to have any days off besides maybe again like 5 days a whole year,
That's
which is
mad.
like 4th of July, Christmas, New Year's Day, like some of the top ones.
Yeah.
But in Russia,
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
That was mad.
Like, you get how many holidays you get? Well, you're a teacher, so you get a lot
It's
more.
different because they all get the same. Teachers will get the
Yeah.
same holidays.
Yeah, definitely. No, but I mean, I'm just trying to think how many do you actually get
Right,
off?
no,
Just a lot.
Yeah.
And I used to get like 30, and now I get 25. And I don't know how many sick days I get. I don't think we get told how many we get because of the
I think we
idea.
get 22 sick days.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. But every time if I've been sick, it's never been an issue.
different to America because although their holidays are crap, I will agree with that. You can't bank your sick days and then take that as holiday.
I don't think you meant to.
Right.
I'm guessing.
She's guessing that she's got an exception. She's travelling.
I'm guessing she might have just.
It'd be like unpaid leave. Kind of
Yeah, been like, oh, I haven't taken any sick days. I need 2
okay,
weeks.
because I was going to say, you can't just say, oh, I've got 22 days that I haven't been sick.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm gonna have 2 months holiday now.
Yeah.
Imagine.
we used to
Would
have
be good if you could do
3
that.
days around one holiday. So, for example, we have 1st of May, and usually you have 3 days off for just the one holiday.
Oh, wow. That's mad.
Yeah, that's different too, and it's tough. United States has so much culture and so much food. You can
I'm
taste
excited for all of it.
so many different cultures. You can meet so many different people from all over the world. It's just unlimited amount. I remember in Russia, we used to have just Russian food, versions of Russian food, and then Russian/Muslim foods that kind of just merged from other countries that used to be a USSR, a part of USSR that became Russian food anyway. But here you have every nationality that's possible, and every restaurant that's out there is just all different cultures mixed in together. Some of them are mixing it up. Like, I think the Chinese and the Mexican food is now a one restaurant, so it's like Cajun Asian or something, I think. And it's incredible. It's just a burst of food, flavor, and cultures all together. I think it's so beautiful. I absolutely love it. And even right now, if I go to an Asian market, there are so many fruits and vegetables I have never seen in my life, and you can probably pick every single day for a different recipe or a different vegetable or fruit to try out for like years straight, just so you don't get bored with the same routine. So yeah, possibilities are unlimited. Now that I have a daughter, I see and notice that there are so many opportunities for kids to play.
Okay. It makes sense. It is massive,
There
isn't
are
it?
parks everywhere. Every pretty much little tiny village or little community has its own playground, and then there's usually a bigger playground that's just a communal service for like a district of some kind. It's really cool. It's all for free. They usually have classes that are free. There are libraries that hold almost every day some kind of crafts or story time or playtime for kids to engage. There are like community services. They have pools, and a lot of this stuff is free. Just
That's
because
good.
you live in a certain
Same in the
area,
UK pretty
it's
much, isn't it?
free.
Yeah, I'd say.
So
I can't really talk about the UK. I don't really know too much about that. But
Yeah.
Jersey, there's playgrounds everywhere. They're free. Me and Archie go to the library for baby classes.
Yeah,
There's a class on every day.
It is really good
It's,
over here, isn't it? I'm guessing on the same level as the US, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Just the US is
UK
a bigger
the
scale.
same.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think so actually, because I'm pretty sure when I go in June on my own,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've looked in. I think we're going to a few different classes at
Oh,
different
there you go.
like,
Yeah, I
libraries
know.
in your hometown and.
Oh
things.
yeah, definitely. I think there's loads. Yeah, obviously the US is a bigger scale, but the UK has it. Jersey has it. Loads of places have it. Maybe Russia doesn't.
I guess it like Jersey and the UK have it on the same scale. If the US was this size, I think we have
Yeah,
the
exactly.
the right amount.
For the size,
size
of it,
of it,
definitely.
it's unlimited. Also, when you go to restaurants, most of the restaurants will have something for your kid to do, like coloring of some kind. They might even have a little playground area.
Yep.
Some grocery stores have the whole rooms
Yeah. They've top
specifically
stop.
made
Yep.
for kids to play in. They're also like in social places that are government run. There oftentimes they have corners where kids can play. It's usually probably not the most sanitized area to be, but it's there. It's an opportunity for you to plop your kid in and just kind of watch them from a distance a little bit. So it's really nice that they have that option everywhere. I was very pleasantly surprised to see how many handicap and people with disability places are made for those people.
That's always good.
You can see ramps in almost every building, every business.
Helps with the pram as well.
And
Yeah.
even some of the cars and transportation is made for handicapped people to be able to use it. I think it's absolutely amazing, and it's incredible how they actually build up on it as well, and you can see them incorporating even more things into everyday life, so everybody's ready and able to help all people to participate in life. I see kids or people with mental disabilities working in grocery stores all the time. I see ramps everywhere, and even right now that I have a daughter, any place that I go to, library story times or to the little baby gym, they use sign language everywhere, so the baby's almost exposed to it from early childhood. I think that's so beautiful and absolutely incredible. I think every society should be doing that and implementing that as much as possible. So yeah, I really was pleasantly surprised. I got little chills right now, how excited I am about it. So I'm glad this is really happening. So I was shocked to see how much more people are willing to share here with other people.
Okay.
I'm talking about both charity and both just sharing their life. Sharing as far as charity goes, I've noticed that
I thought
it's
that's
just
just Americans being open, happy and proud, I guess, isn't it? Whereas again, I guess, from what we've heard, with Russia kind of stay within yourself.
Yeah, I feel like Russia need to have a little bit of a smile.
Yeah, exactly. Just chat. Why not? Why not?
everywhere. There's an opportunity to donate money everywhere you go. At the cashiers, at the grocery stores, and
Same in the UK.
when
P.O
you check
Box.
out in places, they sometimes ask you if you want to donate to a children's hospital
I
and
do
stuff
all
like
the
that.
time.
I think that's beautiful.
And that's why we skip. Yeah, no, literally on your machine every time 25p. And one time I bought you like 79p tissues. It's like 25p. I was like, yeah, make up to just over £1. There we
Yeah,
go.
I think in a lot of shops it's like, do you want to round up?
Oh,
So
yeah,
do you wanna, like-
McDonald's do that, don't they?
And like the toy shop, it's like, do you want to round up to make a whole pound?
Yeah, no, but that is a little bit annoying. It's not that annoying, but it's like, well, you spend like £2 or 1p. It's like, oh, 99p going in. Obviously,
Who spends £2 1p in a toy shop?
when you buy a 1p sweet at
Not
the end.
toys very hard, are you?
Beautiful because it's really a collateral, so you can just donate a little bit as you go, and you don't have to worry about the end of the year and dumping huge sums of money somewhere. You can just do it throughout the day. A lot more people are paying forward to people who are behind them. I've done it a few times too. It's a great feeling.
That's pretty awesome.
To be able to do that for another person, just pay for their stuff. I think that's really cool. People have done that to me too, and that was incredible too. So that's as far as donations go. And as far as sharing, there's such a thing in Russia that I don't appreciate, and that is the not wanting to tell anybody about things in the worry that it will jinx it.
Okay.
And while I kind of understand it, it's also bull crap, sorry to say. I think some people in the United States do that too, and different cultures have that too.
Touch wood.
But I haven't noticed that as much with Americans here, that they want to share everything with everyone. They want to talk about their day. They want to say what's good, what's bad, what they're working on. If, for example, when I was pregnant, I had family members that didn't want to tell anybody that they were pregnant until they gave birth. And even if they given birth, even after that, they wouldn't share it until the kid was like 4 months old.
Wow.
That was really shocking to me because there was nothing wrong.
Well, I guess if you hadn't seen somebody,
I guess.
like let's say my dad in England, right? Suddenly don't go over for a year. You don't come over here for a year. Oh, by the way, 3-month-old baby, surprise.
I guess.
I imagine.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I get not always sharing your day. My perspective is, if someone wants to hear it, why not? As long as you're just telling the truth, as long as you're not lying about it, trying to make out you're better than what you are, I think if you're just realistic, and also just talk. If you're just genuinely just talking to someone about your day, they're talking to you. Why not? You know what I mean? You're not bragging, whatever, or like say, if you don't
that is
get
the
too much
problem
of a
though.
down.
I feel like people are not generally happy people anymore. I feel like people just think people are bragging all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I just like that.
How about just be happy for someone?
If I tell someone some good news, I don't care how they react, but we're trying. If they tell me some good news, I'll be happy for them. But yeah, that's absolutely awesome. Like, tell me more if you've got it. But yeah, no, definitely spread your good news. Why not? And if you want to spread your bad news, spread your bad news.
Like, it's just that simple.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't be jealous, just be happy.
Exactly. That's the main thing. Be happy.
I'm with the kid, and they were worried that somebody will jinx it. I know that there was also a stigma of miscarrying being something to be ashamed of. So oftentimes women won't share their pregnancy news because they're afraid that they will jinx it and it won't happen.
Oh, wow.
They won't carry through term, which is total bullcrap again. Because I think you're supposed to be able to share both good and bad.
Yeah, definitely.
And
be happy,
when I was dating my husband, I was so worried that he was sharing everything. I kept telling him, oh my gosh, please don't share this. And he's like, why not? I'm just sharing it with my friends and family. I just want them to be happy for me. You know, I'm happy, so I want to share it. And I'm like, no, please. I was just so paranoid. It's really I'm kind of ashamed about it. So I know to some point people may be sharing too much in some cases, but also they're willing to share their tragedy, their hardships together with their successes and happiness. So that builds a stronger community around you, people who truly understand you and know who you are. So yeah, even now, sometimes when I share certain things on my platforms, a lot of Russian cultured people would write to me, not everyone, hey, I'm not trying to stereotype or generalize, I promise you. A lot of Russians actually write to me and they're really appreciative that for me sharing certain things so openly. But sometimes they write to me, oh my gosh, why would you do that? No, you cannot do that. Don't tell anybody about this. This is a shame kind of thing. Don't talk about your struggles. And I'm like, why not? I want to. I want people to feel like they're not alone, because when I see other people going through something and sharing about it, and if it hits home for me, I feel like this is right. This makes me feel good too. I feel like I'm not alone, like I'm not by myself here just surviving. That some things are normal, you know. So I think that's a beautiful thing to share more.
I mean, it's just good to share, isn't it?
I mean, you just get off
I,
your chest.
yeah, well, no, not even that, because like think about that. I am just a complete open book, and I will share madness, which is funny. Like I feel like it's good to be able to laugh at your bad moments as well, if that makes sense. And I mean, you know, some of the stories I've shared, and stuff like that, which are grim, funny. But if you just said it in a serious tone, it's pretty grim. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing bad, but pretty grim. And it's kind of like, I could imagine someone from outside, why the hell are you telling people this? And it just comes up in conversation. I'll be having a laugh. We'll have a laugh about it, whatever. But why not, if you be able to laugh at your bad moments or grim moments or kind of like embarrassing moments, I guess. If you're going to be able to say your good moments, you should be able to have a laugh at your embarrassing moments.
Yeah, I feel like time and a place, I guess.
Yeah. I don't just come out with my most embarrassing moment.
No, I mean, like, it's probably funny now, yeah, but you probably wouldn't have found it so funny at the time.
Yeah, at the time, yeah, definitely. But then, like you say, if you hear somebody who is struggling with something, and either you're over here or they're trying about, like, oh, hear me out on this one, and then you can talk about your experience, and why not? Like, I'm an open book. I'll talk about all sorts. I'll be honest, and I think that's the way to be, isn't it?
I guess that's similar. Like today, when I was in the shop, there was this mum behind. Her baby was like, and it was like a toddler, was just crying and crying and crying, and like you could, like people were staring at her. You know,
Yeah.
Like, and I said to her, "Do you want to go for me?" She said no, she didn't want it. She did. I don't think she cared that the kid was crying in his life.
Yeah.
But I was like, if it makes you feel better, he was doing the same thing yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like, why not?
Why not? As long as you be happy, enjoy life, and if people don't like what you're saying, as long as you're not saying something outrageous and out of the blue and uncalled for
Rude.
in that moment, as long as it's friendly, like trying to help out or whatever, why not? Why not?
Even though sometimes you could go overboard too. I was really surprised to see that people didn't care as much about clothes at all. It's nice to look good, especially if it's a very nice quality item, but it's almost impossible to find a quality item here nowadays. Everything seems to be cheaply made and quickly made, even from top brands. In Russia, I remember I used to always wear really high quality products, and I didn't have as much clothes, but everything I had was like really quality and it would last for years to come. Nowadays, I'm just like that too, and I have everything just one-time kind of clothing wear. And I do my best now to invest into more quality versus quantity. Now that I'm in my older years, it is certainly easier to wear just kind of baggy, just crappier clothes per se. Just easy, just toss it and you're done with it, just get another one. But I do find that quality looks different and you feel different when you're wearing an expensive outfit. So yeah, if you ever go to Europe or to Russia, you will notice how really well tailored people look. They look
I
I don't think she's been to England. I think that's a very privileged
Definitely.
comment.
I tell you what, that is right though. When you're like wearing something what feels really nice, you feel good.
Yeah,
you do feel good.
But that's a very privileged comment. One, I think, if you haven't got the money,
Oh no,
you
very
haven't got
true.
the money. But I think that back then, I feel like growing up, I feel like clothes were better quality. But now I think it's so cheap to get cheap clothes. More people are selling. It's probably hard to find good clothes nowadays.
True, and I think that might be
without paying
your gender kind of thing as well. Because I mean, I buy clothes all the time. I rewear them all the time. I think it's a guy thing to rewear clothes a lot more than women, maybe.
But I do rewear clothes that I like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But in terms of like, I think I buy new clothes, yeah. But that is because I don't know.
Just because you like clothes. See, I just buy the cheap.
No, but
I buy the cheap crap and just wear it all the time, multiple times.
Going
Why
out
not?
clothes, like I wear the same jumpers and leggings all the time.
Yeah.
Remember that stage I went for my Harvard t-shirt? Half a jumper.
Oh no, definitely. Yeah, I'm the same. And then like you say, going out clothes. I tell you what
You
though.
can't wear the same dress twice.
But like, if you're going to like a nice event and you get really dressed up, you do feel nice. That is a really good feeling. I do agree with that. But I don't do that often. I will just happily throw anything on.
Yeah, but I feel. Yeah, I don't know. I feel that's a privileged comment.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. If you're saying all the time, definitely.
There's no way every single person in Russia wears.
Yeah,
amazing
definitely.
clothes. You guys
Even
know.
if they're
Yeah.
not. But yeah, in the United States, it's much more relaxed and just kind of put
I kinda like
whatever
that.
you
I
want.
like relaxed.
People can afford to go in pajamas to the store or not do their hair for a couple of days at all or do no makeup for a long time. In Russia, you would be looked a little confused, like are you sick or something's wrong
Oh wow.
with you if you would do that. So it's almost a thing, like it's very important for both men and women to look apart and to wear makeup,
That's
do
really
your
work
hair.
I think it's. I'd have
I
thought.
don't wear makeup like hardly ever.
Yeah, I'd have thought it'd be the
You're
opposite.
telling me I look out. I
Well, no,
thought.
you don't live in Russia.
No, but if you're telling me I just went to Russia,
The thing is, I would have thought it would be the opposite way around in Russia. I would have thought it would be more relaxed and laid back on that front, but obviously not. Learn something new every day. Every day is a school day.
For both men and women, and wear clothing that's very suited and looks good. So yeah, that was interesting to see too. It was really nice to see that dog poop gets cleaned up
Yeah, that's a
most of
positive.
the time.
Same in the UK.
There are usually bags, like little stations, when you can pull out a bag and then a little
Yeah,
trash can
same in
to
the
dump
UK.
the bag in there for you to clean up after your pet. I remember in Russia there was poop everywhere. Like
Oh, that's not good.
every grass patch had like a bunch of poops on it. And it's unfortunate, but it's just, I think, not as established to pick up after your dog there. I hope they work on that more, but maybe not right away. It's not going to happen. But I do appreciate that about the United States, that opportunity to pick up after your dog is everywhere. And most people do pick up after their pets.
That's good.
So that's quite nice. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, that is the end of the video. That was good. But we're an outro. It just ended. So we'll do an outro.
Yeah.
Enjoy that? That was super long.
It was. I feel like there's a lot of information.
A lot of information. I think some really good ones, some we don't always agree with, and some new ones to us, I think.
Yeah, I feel like yes. So I feel like some we don't agree with in terms of like. I feel like it's so different between the UK and Russia.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
I guess is to be expected. It's because it is completely different cultures, isn't it? It's a culture I don't know. It is to be expected. Some surprises in there for Russia as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like they need to lighten up a little bit.
Lighten up a little bit. Smash that
I'm a bit
button,
scared
guys.
about saying
I know.
that.
Smash that subscribe button as well, you actually. Legends. If you enjoy this, let us know in the comments. Let us know what else we should react to. And what should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you, legends, in the next one. Peace.